Excuse me. Hello, good day. 1 second, please. I need to take a drink. Testing, mic check. What a ridiculous joke. So anyways, I gotta figure out a filing system of some kind. Oh, I already know I got files on it and all kinds of other wonderful things. So I have a skeleton laid out and all the other information. And then I was, felt moments of inspiration, and you got the writer's block and trying to think other things through. People could say, well, I got chapters 1 and 4. But I just missing, there's a feeling, there's something that I'm trying to figure out or something I'm trying to look for and add or word properly, right? Just write chapters 1 and 4, no, because 2 and 3 got to fall in, and now I just was walking back from the store a little while ago, check my internal sensors and run the diagnostic and kind of thing, and I'm thinking other times, I keep this stuff wrapped up. Say I had to, something came up, and chapter 1 handles a problem and chapter 4 handles a problem. So something comes up, and if it's an emergency, then I'll, lock down and hammer out chapters 1 and 4. But I don't. I reserve that. I keep that. I like to... Wise general travels by circuitous route. So this can apply to many different things. So I don't want to, write the package and then have anybody be able to counter it, because they can't counter it, first of all. But without the other pieces, they could cause disruption. When the whole package is together, they can't do anything, pretty sure. Now, I can see the whole package. I'm just trying to look for the individual trees in the forest, and there's a couple trees I was having a problem with. Now, all of a sudden, I can see those trees clearly. And there's a bear there making noise, too, in the forest. He's making noise, and I can hear it, even though I'm not around. So what I'm saying is I felt all of it working together, a concoction of ideas, emotions, thoughts, expressions, hypotheses, counters, counterspells, counterspells. And it's all a giant mind map, hazy mess. So basically I'm looking at the cosmic background structure of the universe, and then all of a sudden, poof, I seen it all at once. And now, I don't only have the feeling that I can hammer out chapters 1 and 4. And when I say chapters 1 and 4, that would include, maybe I can do 5, 6, 7, and 8 as well. But the point is I can't complete. You gotta start, go through 1, then go to 2, can't jump to 4. But there was something missing in 2. This is just an allegorical story. So don't take it literal. I'm speaking like your Jesus would have spoken, I guess, right? It's a metaphorical situation. So who knows, whoever listens to this crap or whatever, this stuff, I don't know. So I have enemies out there, and they tell me they're out there to try and find out what your sin is or something, get you to confess, all this other crap. They pretend you're a friend or something, get you to tell them all kinds of stuff. What a scam. And then the internet flooded with it, and then a whole bunch of them met in a guild of trolls or something, and then okay, let's go pilfer people right on, a whole new crime wave of trolls. But then it doesn't get publicity because they actually assist the destruction of their own selves and nation and counterintelligence efforts, things like that. The quote-unquote bad guys. And so, yeah, everything that you are still watching, you got your controlled opposition, controlled dissent, lead dissent, you still can't figure it out because I guess it's a human species condition. It's part of you inside might not want to get to the top of the mountain because then you don't know what you're going to do after that. That's why I say the little Yoda quotes, even though it's not from Yoda. Master Poe quote, how's that? Even though it might not be from Master Poe, that same kind of eternal wisdom for our species. Before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. So I decided to try and make it to the top of a mountain, and I think I got to one of them anyways, a peak somewhere. And then once I got there, I was like satisfied because, I don't know, I watched a scene with Captain Janeway discussing fear exists to be conquered. And he was afraid, and she said, I know. And then, we'll interject another Star Trek reference with Mel Gibson from Lethal Weapon. And he was like, you want to jump? You really want to jump? Then let's jump. Then we'll add another Star Trek, excuse me, what does God need with the starship? And so I'm saying, why can't everybody else do that, you know? Just ask those kind of questions. I guess. That kind of thing. Pardon me, minister, another Star Trek reference. I believe you're missing out on a large portion of your actual history and, lying to everybody else. I don't know, let's see here. Some kind of crazy, psychotic shit going on. I don't know what it's in reference to, and I don't know if it's a little bit of a game, as in, somebody here is a very strange individual, did some very kind of strange things and made a claim, so I'm going to have to see a ticket stub from their concert thing or something. Say, sorry, I got to write this up, and you can remain anonymous. I'll edit the picture right in front of you if there's any information on there on the ticket, but I'd like to see this little ticket you brag about, and I want to take a picture of it, and I'll cut out and block anything on it that might, say anything, but I just want to have evidence of it. Put it in my little exhibit, my project. I suppose I'm going to call it Project Shun, Project Ion, or Presentation Present Aton. That's what I call my little code names for my project, or little toy names, or whatever, things like that. And so I know there's people out there, Edison's men are out there. The MIBs are out there, different groups. And then, of course, oh, wow. So there's got to be totally fucking, I can see it. The government wants to be incompetent. Okay, so they're, I guess, incompetent. They're not, but let's just pretend they are. Because, key point before I go here soon, is one reason I was going to make this video is that, keep watching TV. Everything that you watch, everything you see, all the controlled opposition and the, controlled dissent, everything, all outer limits, everything you see and hear is controlled. Everything is filtered. Even there's a doctor guy, who exposed a bunch of this stuff and kicked off a whole lot of this crap. He actually didn't do it. Someone, I'm not going to touch, I'm not going to tell you. Anybody who's listening, I'm not going to tell you, but there was a guy 15 years ago, makes a video, right? Around there, makes this video, but there was a woman in the video who speaks about something, and bang, everything that you people are doing pretty much rooted from that, what she said. And now he kind of is known for that, and a little bit, even though he spoke about some other topic on how, everything that you see, there are teams of people in offices that are more advanced and educated than you, that are the next stage. There are humans that are already existing, and I used to work with them or for them, or they used to work with me or for me. At some level, I was only still a new guy, so I didn't have very many people working for me, quote unquote. Maybe like 2 guys or 2 people and an intern or something. No, whatever. Okay, so the Dalmatian. I was new at the fire station, so I got to take care of the Dalmatian. And so where was I? I don't know. So yeah, everything is controlled. Brought to you by the same people that brought you the IXXI. Everything. Totally. The same people that can't figure it out themselves. You think they're that stupid. So yeah, I used to work for these people. When I was I was using technology that still isn't even out yet. I watched them take it away, and then your 9/11 came, and then you got reduced, redundant, backwards by 20 years technology, and you people don't know the difference, and I'm still waiting and using shit and whatever, random devices here and there, and I travel to towns where people are still 60 years in the past or something, and like I'm the only guy with an iPad in like half of Saskatchewan or something. They think I'm like an agent. Agents think I'm something. Or like when I was younger, too. Cops thought I was a criminal. Criminals thought I was a cop. Everywhere I went, I could find either side. I'd walk into an arcade, it would clear out. I go, what the fuck? What's going on? Nobody would tell me for a while. Then eventually somebody was like, they think you're a narc. I'm like, are you fucking crazy? What the fuck? So the technology exists. There are human beings that test stuff. They make stuff. You people are in a cloud. You don't even realize. You're using technology. You're watching things. You're all caught up in like the kids. When a kid, remember, they had the catalog came out when you were a kid. And every once in a while, the new catalog would come out, and you're going through it, looking at all the toys. You're all excited. This is what I see when I see 60-year-old people on Facebook. I see, not, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, but I see, from my perspective, someone reliving when they were like 15 or 12, and they're up there passing notes, and they have the complete sum of all human knowledge available to them, and they're doing little gossip things like chickens or something in a pen. Totally like... I really enjoy watching The Big Bang Theory and listening to, one of the characters discuss primate behavior, feces throwing, things like that. Same shit. No pun intended. All that. It applies to our species because we're primates. People are like still trying to figure that crap out. Wow. So yeah, there's a segment that's doesn't believe what you believe. They got all the technology. They're educated. They're taking the limitless pill, and they're eating the good food. And I was part of a crowd that we got the special shots. We got taught CPR. You people just get told to sit still for 8 hours and go to work and that. And so whatever. I'm in between. Right? I don't know. And so they test. They got like a little city, right? It's a hidden little city, eh? Is it maybe it's underground in the hollow earth? Dipshits, because those people can't talk about what I'm about to say. Is that there are 100 or 150, maybe, or whatever, at least 75 to 150 years already living in the future. And the rest of you, they are your caretakers, your handlers. I got a name, Primate Management Services, PMS, right? Human Primate Management. I spoke to a social worker one time who referred to people as like a primate species, and then, talked about managing humans like managing animals in a pen. And how do you, if you're a parent, you have to psychologically manage your child or something through their emotional states and their protests. Perhaps they build picket signs and stuff. Wow. Using iPads and things. I don't know where this came from. I met an agent guy who told me that, titanium or something, joint bone parts were made by the aliens or something like this, like that kind of crap. Just to try it, because they want to see how well they can convince you people of stuff. So that's why I make jokes like my iPad was made by aliens. Pretty soon the History Channel be like, where did this thing come from? Must have been made by the aliens. And you people just lap it up. Not you people as in anyone listening to this. Don't take offense to that. Think about if I'm speaking to you or we're dealing with all these sound vibrations and you're within range of the bear fucking, making a sound in the woods. Then I suppose you're not included. We're talking about all the rest. We're talking about the world, we, I, whoever, me speaking to the lab coat on my iPad device, just talking for something to do. Making a point once in a while, seeing if anything gets out there. Because I really don't think it does. I really think I'm living in like a totally fascist dictatorship, communist China, USSR, pre-Cold War, North Korea. But with the smooth-talking vampire guy, sweet as tongue as sharp as tooth, that kind of thing there. That's what it is. It's all like, just Dracula looking all suave. Be like, hi there, how are you this evening? And then just turns into like a savage motherfucker. Just rips you apart, tears out your throat, feasts on your lifeblood and your soul and everything, and then, throw a little werewolf curse in there and some zombie virus and we're all good to go. I don't know. Just saying. The gurus are misleading you, or they're just fucking regular people full of shit. You have to lay out stuff in certain patterns. And then there's other patterns, and I found those things and unlocked it. Now, I don't want to talk to anybody for 22 months. I've been trying to find a place to lock the door and never speak to people. I don't want to talk about these things anymore, even though I have fun sometimes, or I want to talk about them sometimes. But I don't actually, what I want to is maybe just the mood for the day, or if I'm talking to a specific person or something, right? But generally, I want to avoid it now. Why? Why? Because it causes a disruption. People are unable to handle individual bits of information without the entire package. The same as Astral Questi explaining how in order to cancel out the spell or the brainwashing or a false belief system, if we just wanted to go there without the previous two things that I mentioned, if you were deprogramming someone from a cult, or you found someone on an island that was raised by turtles and they didn't know about civilization, and you had to kind of, reintroduce them to civilization as a primate, right? Or to some other concept. You have to build a base first underneath the original concept, or weave it into the original concept that they believe. And then when you take it away, there will be a base supporting their psychological states, their emotional being, their intellectual capacity, everything. They won't have a psychological or nervous breakdown when you crush their belief system. Now, for some people along the way who have been nasty, I just tell them the truth, and one guy I made puke, other people I've made cry, sometimes by mistake. That's when I learned how dangerous shit was, when I was just a new guy looking up stuff at the library and then go to try, hey, guess what I found out? And then people have like a psychological breakdown and they run away crying. So I was like, wow, I gotta be careful what I say and how I say it. And so without the entire package and leading them through the psychological and emotional states, it's pretty much useless trying to give them individual pieces, because they will try to incorporate it into a lie, and it is incompatible information, and it only raises more questions for them to try and figure out. And then they don't have it within themselves to go and find these fucking answers, because they are pretty much programmed to be sheep. So they walk around in a vibrating stasis state, waiting for someone to come along and give them the answer, when it's sitting in a book in the fucking library or on a PDF that I maybe have given them on their hard drive. How's that? Just getting warmed up. I realized someone once told me that I wasn't actually the ugly duckling, that I may in fact be a bit of a swan. So I think that I was just hanging around a lot of other caterpillars, and I decided to go into hibernation, and I'm going to sprout into a, hey, guess what, maybe a monarch butterfly, just to freak you out. Somebody tell me what that means, and where did you hear that from? They don't understand. They don't understand. But they can't tell, because then they'll be offensive. That's offensive. What do you mean I don't understand? So, yep. I have to write a counterspell, an anti-brainwashing counterspell, with references, backups, and then just put it out there and let the effect of, like, the grapevine take over, because I can't be associated with it, even though I will be, and eventually, or whatever, I claim it's mine, and that's all, whatever, here, I put that out there, that's it, yeah, I did that, whatever, yeah, sure, but I'm not going to be standing there, talk about the info, they're going to want to talk about me, so guess what I did? I kind of had a hunch that some of this was going to be part of my lifestyle, just because of, the way I looked into things when I was younger. Could anticipate and look into the future to see, if I walk this way, eventually I'm going to end up over there. So I figured all these things out, and then just went into some type of psychological, I wanted to use the word stasis, or what do you call it, like when you go cryogenic freeze, and I just exist and wait and age while I wait for everything else to catch up to what I already figured out years ago. I suppose, in a way. Is making sense? I'm just having my own moment. This is my own personal log. I just make a video, put it up there, put it on the public record or whatever, privatize it or something, who knows. I probably sound like the guy in the movie Idiocracy. You're all like, what are you talking like a fag and a retard, don't understand the big words and shit, your weird concepts, it hurts my head, give me a headache, I got too much to fucking worry about. Yeah, say goodbye to your nation. The best part is I stand here looking out on the balcony and I see dozens and dozens of trees. And in a graveyard with all capital letters on every single gravestone. I actually walk through the graveyard just for something to do. I don't care about that. They're dead. What are they going to do? And besides, I exercise ghosts for a hobby. And demons and everything else. Oh, wow. So you just got to lay it out for people and let them attack. But then the other people have only part of it and everything. And, oh, wow, you're fucking news agencies. You people should really shut it off. Get together, have a town meeting, a big, giant, local barbecue. No one that's a member or an agent of any other thing. If you're a member of a club, private club, secrets, you're not invited. Nope, just the public. Have a big barbecue, get together, town hall. Okay, here's how we got a Scooby-Doo and figure this out to take care of ourselves. It's not going to happen, but I'm just saying that's your only choice. So you're pretty much screwed, except for a few other possible options. And then the bad guys are going to pretend that they're the good guys, and they're going to rescue you from the chaos and bring order to the game that they created in the beginning, and you people are like whining about it the whole time while it's happening. Wow. Okay, anyways, that's like fucking way too much for a video here. I gotta end this because I went into 25 minutes, and I don't know if this device can handle that, so cheers. I still got more. This is only just parts of things, but who cares? I don't even care. Like I said, parts of things. I can't give this stuff out or whatever. Or I just go, drop it in the street and watch, and then walk away, and then move to the next town and watch that whole town just like, and then they send in like management teams like the Matrix or something. We gotta repair this. Deprogram these people. Get them distracted. On a small scale, I've seen things like that, and I've done it for fun. And so, like I said, the game has killed the messenger. So someone's going to cast a counterspell, and no one's going to know where it came from, I suppose. And then maybe if I was the one that did it, if it has any positive effect, it'll have some type of positive effect for every party. It's not offensive at all. It's good for everybody, even the bad guys. It's good for you, too. Might help free you from something you were trapped in a long time ago. Who knows? I'm just